Hello, everyone, and welcome to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for today's continuing action at the USA National Prep Basketball Championship Tournament, brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. And, you know, it's a beautiful day here. It's a little chilly outside in the mornings, but you can't really complain when you're at the beach. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. We're about to watch Upper Room out of New York, the Royals taking on Moravian Prep, black team. Moravian Prep has several teams here. The black team is post-grad, and we will be getting you started in just a moment. We're going to see if they're going to have any intros or that sort of thing, and we'll step away during that. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everybody, we are back. We're getting ready to watch the tip between Upper Room New York and Moravian Prep in the black. And as you would expect, Moravian Prep is in black today. And we've got Upper Room in the maroon, the Royals coming out. We'll get everybody caught up to speed on the roster names, and I'll do my best to catch up. As far as I know, I think we've got no changes to the roster early on here. Now, this is the second day of action here at the USA National Prep Basketball Tournament. Championship Saturday is tomorrow. We'll be doing all 4 championship games here on Netcast Sports. You can follow all the games on netcastsports.com. And we're going to get wrapped up just in time tomorrow in order for everyone to watch some basketball and then go watch Duke and Carolina. I know the crew and I are both looking to do that. Make a full day of basketball and then wrap it up with some college. So a little bit of discussion right now on the sideline as we're getting ready. I think they needed a ball. The referees are checking it out. It's been my experience you cannot play a game without a basketball. But, you know, I'm not the ref. They got to make their own choices about that. I will have to say that during today's action, there's a good chance I will complain about some calls, so I'm just going to say right up front that these guys have been putting in long, long hours. It's the same refs that I've been watching and working with over the full day yesterday and today, so I think they've actually been getting a lot of calls right. And there's the tip right away. Moravian with the ball. That goes to Dalen Dotson, and he kicks it out to number 4, Jared Richardson. Richardson drives, gets knocked to the floor. That's no call, but they're going to, well, it looks like it's going to may send him to the line. Let's see what they're going to do. Inbound. Romeo Ferguson looks to kick the ball in, gets it back out to Dotson. And there's a foul on the outside. Oh, no, they're going to call over and back. That's something that plagued several teams yesterday. And right away we have Dalen Dotson with some trouble. Dotson is a shifty player. I like his handle a lot. His younger brother, recently offered by several ACC schools, and Dotson, older brother, is no slouch in the guard department as well. Working the ball around the outside, Upper Room. Deciding to pull it out. No score yet, 15:30 left to play here in the first. And this is prep school rules, so we're going with 16-minute halves. Ball careens off the side there. And there's a foul under the basket, and that looks like it's going to go against Upper Room. Neither team able to crack in. We've almost got a minute gone, and nobody's been able to score yet. Ferguson inbounds to Dotson. He's going to walk it out. Or walk it up, rather. He's calling out instructions. Kicks it to the left side, over the top. Feeds it inside, spin move. And nice little hook move and score for Najee Garvin. And he gets the first basket of the game and puts Moravian Prep up by 2 early. And it looks like some of my roster may be off on Upper Room, so I'm going to have to get that straightened out. Deep shot outside. That shot's no good. Rebound. Upper Room now pushing the ball. They need to get in the scoreboard. Inside, almost to the high post. Not quite. Drives. Little swim move up and reverse over the shoulder and good. And that's going to put Upper Room on the board for the first time with a chance for the and one. And I believe that may be Jerome Cunningham, number 15, that going to the line. Cunningham shot no good. Rebounded by Garvin. Gets it over to Ferguson. Richardson stops. Shoots over the top. Mid-range no good. Rebound. Upper Room has it. Moravian Prep does a good job getting back. So that's going to force Upper Room to set up in their half-court offense. Calling out. Once again, trying to work that high post, but the Moravian is doing a good job pushing the man off the corner there, off the elbow. Deep outside shot, no good. Chasing down the rebound. Here's Ferguson in the open court. 1-on-2, flips it over to a teammate or to tip to. Looks like it got away from him, and that's going to be a turnover back to Upper Room. So neither team establishing a control here in the first 3 minutes of the game. We've got 4 games coming to you live today and in replay. And there is that malicious half-court line that nobody seems to understand. My only guess is that it changes every time down the floor. We're about to set a record for how many times we've changed it. So we got our first time out on the floor, and you're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship, brought to you by North Myrtle Beach.
After the kids burn off their energy, maybe something sophisticated. A wine tasting in the sea breeze. In the meantime, maybe we kayak or go horseback riding on a wide open beach. Of course, we can always shop. Right now, just coast in beautiful North Myrtle Beach.
From Moravian Prep. Dotson lost his footing. Deep outside shot is good. That adds insult to injury. And now Upper Room with a 3 and a steal, and he's going to go back to back. And that was a little bit of a heat check, I think. But Upper Room now with a little something to talk about. 12:40 left to go here in the first half. 5-4 in favor of Upper Room. Now, both of these teams had to win yesterday in order to advance to today. So, it's just like the NCAA March Madness. The games get better every single day. And the teams get better. Ferguson trying to play some lockdown defense on the outside. Can't stop him. Up, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to send Jerome Cunningham back to the line. One thing about this tournament is that there are 3 different brackets. There's a prep bracket, there's a high school bracket, and there's a girls bracket as well. So the Moravian has multiple teams here. I think they may be all prep. Upper Room has a high school and a prep. We're watching the prep game now. Mount Zion, they have a high school and a prep. So depending on which gym and which time, you could see the same schools but with different lineups on the floor. Ball rolls around, no good. Rebounded there, now ends up in the hands of Ferguson. Ferguson over to Garvin. Down to Dotson, back to Ferguson. Kicks it over to the outside. Garvin with a nice fake drives. Drops it down low. Richardson gets in trouble, backs it out. Now there's a double team in the corner. He's going to try to shoot his way out of that one. That's probably an ill-advised shot. Now going the other way. Upper Room stops. Doesn't wait for his help side to come bail him out with a rebound. That's a missed shot. Now here's Richardson pushing back. Both teams are trying to push the ball as though they have numbers, but neither team has numbers. That was a 3-on-4 break, and he decided to keep it. And the result is Moravian Prep's going to inbound. So Ferguson back under the basket, over the top to Garvin. And they've immediately got a foul call.
Foul charge number 22, Cunningham, his second, team's fifth.
So they're saying Cunningham is number 22. I'm going to have to refrain from saying anybody's name on Upper Room until halftime. Garvin, little baseball pass over the shoulder. And he gets that into Elisha Kidd. But Upper Room, now that right there is the chance where you're doing a little home run trot, and the Upper Room just ran up their back. Still with that 1-point lead in favor of Upper Room. Ferguson now directing traffic a little bit. He's not sure if he wants to put it on the floor or drive. It's going to be a push.
Charge number 22, Cunningham is third, team sixth. Checking to the ball game for room number 21, Janelle Powell.
Deep outside shot by Ferguson, rims out and in, or in and out. Upper Room now with a chance to build on their 1-point lead. Kicks it to the corner, then back. Now from the elbow, outside, no good. Good rebound by Ferguson. Ferguson's sort of a swing man. He can handle the ball quite a bit, but he's got the size of a small forward. Saw Ferguson a lot playing for UBA in the AAU circuit a couple years ago, over the past 2 years. Now here's Dotson. He really calls out some plays to his teammates. Looks like they're not doing what he wants. That doesn't materialize. Here's Dotson. Drives, kicks. Out to the left side. No shot clock here at the prep school or high school level here, so they can wait as much time as they need to get the play right. And they just are having a real struggle here trying to figure out how to break down this Upper Room defense. And that's an almost identical play that Garvin pulled earlier. Kicks it inside to the same man, Elisha Kidd, number 10. The Kidd pays off both times. Drive, kick, Upper Room on the outside, ball. That should be top of the basket, out of bounds, but they don't call it. Kick underneath to Ferguson, and he takes the contact and scores. And now that builds the biggest lead of the ball game now for Moravian Prep, up by 3. Rimmed out now. Here's Moravian Prep with the rebound. They've got a chance to build on their momentum. Dotson working to the right side, kicks it out to the right over to Ferguson. Both schools kind of sizing each other up here on this end of the floor. Richardson drives up. No good. Now upper room. They've got a chance to stop that momentum. Drive. Up over the top. Floater rattles around and good. This Ferguson stops right at the charity stripe on the drive. No good. He battles for it. There's some question about who it went out on. So they're going to call a foul. The upper room's going to get the ball back. .8:13 left here in the first half. Both teams really struggling on offense to find some rhythm, something consistent. Ferguson with the rebound, kicks it out to Dotson. Dotson wants to push, drives between three players. Once again, kicks it inside, this time to Garvin. Garvin took 1-on-3 and drew the foul, so he got the better of that one. And he's going to the line. Najee Garvin's been very active. He's got good length. And now he's got a chance to build on his team's lead. They've seen that lead dwindle back down to 1. Free throw is good. So now Garvin builds his team back up to their 3-point lead, matching the biggest lead they've had of the ball game. Oh, and that's going to be a charge inside. Tough call, but right under the basket. And Moravian Prep once again has a chance to build on that lead. Dotson in the backcourt. They're going to pick him up at full court this time. Now he's got good foot speed. He beats the defense. You cannot press a man that can beat you off the dribble like that. And Dotson just made them pay with a full court break, a one-man break, and that pushes the lead. Now that's the largest lead we've had in the game. 5-point lead now for Moravian Prep. Almost a steal on the outside, but upper room keeps it. Probing. Deep three ball, no good. Rebounded by Ferguson. Now Prep's got a real chance to get something going. Ahead of steam. Dotson, he's calling for the ball back now. Drive by Richardson, up over the top. No good. Rebounded, upper room now. They've really got to get some points here. Deep outside shot. Probably is settling for that shot a little bit. Kidd comes down with a rebound, and he looks injured. And he looks like he got poked in the eye. I hope he's all right. So we've got a stoppage in play now. So we're here in sunny North Myrtle Beach. A little chilly out there this morning. Not what you'd associate with the beach, but of course it is March. But it's been warming up in the afternoons, and that's been nice. One thing about North Myrtle Beach, a lot of people come down here during the winter. I've been down here in February even, and it's been in the 80s. And, a lot of people come down and play golf. You might not always be able to swim, but there's a lot of activities. It's just a great place. And I do know that I heard Steph Curry and his wife openly bragging about Myrtle Beach being their favorite place to go to the beach. Steph Curry, sort of a favorite son of the Carolinas now. But that's okay since, we like to produce the best basketball players on the planet. 16-9 now. Moravian Prep with a 7-point lead. Oh, that deep outside shot rattles in. They needed that. That's going to cut the lead down to just 4 now. 6:23 left to play. Clock continues to roll. Dalen Dotson using that foot speed, slides in, goes over his shoulder with the right hand and puts it in. Beautiful little play by Dotson, and he's quickly figuring out that nobody on Upper Room seems willing to get in front of him. But they come back, and Upper Room is staying in it with their three ball, 18-15. So even though Moravian Prep has been making effective offensive decisions, Upper Room's been cutting into that lead. And right there, that's a beautiful dish by Dotson. 20-15, building that lead back up to 5. Now they've got to figure out the open man on the perimeter here. That's a drive. They'll let that kind of shot go all day. Looks like a clean block by Ferguson, but then it looks like Duan, 6'10" player. Got him on the second attempt there. I meant to ask Duan before the game how he pronounces his name, so I'm positive that the way I'm pronouncing it is wrong. And Duan looked like he is going to the bench. There's going to be a switch. Kayvon Rivers in for Moravian Prep, number 14. Shot is good. 5:36 left to play here in the first half. Here's Dotson. Crafty handle by Dotson. Drives right. Goes back to his left. Kicks it outside. That's nice vision by Dotson. Over the top, and that shot is no good. They're going to call a travel. I believe they called that on Richardson. Drive outside. He had a momentary look, an opening, and he took it, but he wasn't able to capitalize as Dotson got picked up in a screen. Now here's Ferguson. He's bringing the ball up. Ferguson is listed at 6'4", but I believe he's closer to 6'5". Drive. Ferguson trying to stay in front of him, and that's going to be a foul and an and one situation. So if they can't get the three ball on the outside, Upper Room is going to get the old-fashioned three and get themselves to the line for the and one chance here. And they're hanging around now, only down by 2. They had a chance to cut it to 1 right here. 4:36 left. Clock is stopped. And that shot is good, and they do. They cut it to 1. So what was a 9-point lead has dwindled away back to 1. And there's Dotson again just breaking down that press. Inside to Richardson, and now Richardson gets the and one shot. And now Richardson is going to get a chance to make up for that travel call earlier. Once again, you can watch all of these games from yesterday and today and tomorrow on netcastsports.com. Shot no good for Richardson. Drive, spin, nice square up, but the shot falls short. Rivers throws the ball away. Kick back out. Had an opening. Didn't take it as the defender closed. Second guy does take advantage of it, and he just stares him down after hitting that three. He looked right at Rivers. And now we're all tied up at 22. So here's Dotson. They've had a hard time staying in front of Dotson. That seems to be a well that they can go to. And here's Garvin. He's been active. And Garvin with a nice 3-ball, and he comes back with his own tray. Pushes the lead out to 3. Drive to the right. Shot is short. Battle inside for the rebound. That's no good. Garvin with a big rebound. Rips it away from upper room, and now he just kicks it out with the outlet. And a feed inside, and just like that, Moravian Prep pushes their lead back out to 5 with just over 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. So when they got down earlier in this half, upper room came back with the 3-ball. And that's going to be a tough foul right there, just overcommitted trying to get that steal. And that's going to go against Richardson. Some discussion here. One and one here for upper room. So that's an empty trip there on that 1-and-1. Now here's Dotson once again. Directing traffic there right at the top of the key. Drives to left and right. Little stutter step up under, and oh, that looks so good, but he wasn't able to finish. Kick out, upper room, working the ball around. That's a deep shot on the outside. No good. Dotson with the rebound. And he's still being picked up full court. He's beating that press. Stop, over the top, no good. Upper room now with another chance to cut into that 5-point lead. Drive, kick, steal. Jamil Walker into the game, and he gets the steal. Oh, that's a lazy pass, and that's going to result in some points for upper room. 27-24. 1:50 left to play in the half. So here's Dotson. I can only imagine the backyard games that go on between Dalen and younger brother Devin. Two very quick guards. Oh, that's a foul on the outside. So Jared Richardson at the line. 1:24 left in the first half. Richardson's shot is good. He's got a chance to push the lead back out to 5, and he does. 29-24 in favor of Moravian Prep Black Squad. The one thing about this tournament, if these teams keep winning, you'll see them tomorrow, as we're going to be broadcasting all 4 championship games on Saturday, starting at noon on netcastsports.com. We all talked about it on the crew, and we decided we would spend another day at the beach here. Under a minute left to play. Upper room trying to hit that equalizer. No good. Battle inside. No good. Tough play inside, and they do finally get the secondary basket. 2 offensive rebounds and then a putback. Cuts it to 3. Under 40 seconds, about 35 seconds left here in this first half. Dotson driving to the left. Kicks it outside, wide open. Walker, Jamil Walker, number 11 with the 3-ball. He had all day to put it up, and he took advantage of it. 32-26 now. Tough pass inside. That's another turnover. Upper room, kicks it, drives. And that's going to be the and one. That looked like a clean block to me, but the refs didn't see it that way, so good news for upper room. About 10.5 seconds left. in the first half, 32-28. You could probably see the some of the palm trees on the outside of the glass there on the far side of the gym. That's not a picture. We really are at the beach. It's not special effects. Score inside by Moravian Prep. Down to 3, 2, 1. He's going to launch a long shot. Oh, off to the right. So that's going to do it for the half. 34-29 in favor of Moravian Prep Black Squad. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. We'll be back after the half. Hey everybody, we're back. We had a momentary outage here, a little bit of a problem between the home office. We tried to connect to our broadcast server, but we're back up now. Let me get you back up to speed. 36-31. Moravian Prep is still up by 5. 13:49 left in the second half, so we still got. And I've got the names and numbers for Upper Room at the half. So even though we lost about 2 minutes of the broadcast, we're back, and I have the names, and we are in good shape, and I think we're good to go. So both teams advancing, or not both teams advancing. Winner of this game advances continuing to tomorrow, championship Saturday here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Dalen Dotson now kicking the ball over to Garvin. Garvin with a fadeaway shot from the outside. He has looked really long. He has a nice high extension on his shot, but does do a little bit of a kick out with his leg, but that shot release is hard to block for smaller defenders or even defenders his size. He has such a high release, good wingspan. That's going to be a foul in the backcourt. That's going to go against number 11, Patrick Jackson. Oh, they're saying that it was against Prince Hickson. Now they're correcting it. Timeout on the floor. We're still experiencing some audio difficulties. I'm sorry, not audio difficulties. Some broadcast difficulties with the home server. So we're still working on that. 12:42 left to play here in the second half. 38-31 in favor of Moravian Prep Black. You're watching Netcast Sports USA National Prep Basketball Tournament here, coming to you from North Myrtle Beach. All right, we are back. 11:43 left to play here in this one. 40-33 in favor of Moravian Prep Black. Deep outside shot, no good for number 20. It looks like number 21. And that was one of the players I didn't get the number for. Garvin shot off the back of the rim, rebounded by Khalif Jackson. And then he gets another offensive rebound, drives and scores. Jackson with the bucket, and that's going to cut the lead. And now there's a steal in upper room now with a couple of back-to-back buckets. A big rebound by Jackson, and now two back-to-back buckets by upper room, and that cuts the lead to 3. Drive, spin move by Dotson, no good. That's a little short. Rebounded by Garvin. He's got 2 men on him. Some nice footwork there by Garvin, but he's not able to capitalize. Dotson with a fall away shot. He gets knocked to the ground, and there's going to be a foul call. It's going to send him to the line.
Foul on charge number 15. Khalif Jackson, 4th, team second.
That's going to be a tough call. It's just going to go against Khalif Jackson, who now has 4 fouls in the game, and he's, been a spark for them here in the past few minutes. Rims off to the right. Dotson's second shot. Or first shot, I suppose. Drive, and now upper room has cut that lead back down to 1, 40-39, 10-20 left to play, and they have made a game of it once again. But every time they've done that so far, Moravian Prep has had an answer. Let's see what happens now. Jared Richardson now decides to keep it, drives to the right. And that's going to be a hard play and a foul. And it looks like it's going to go against Patrick Jackson. So for upper room now, they've got to worry a little bit about foul trouble. That's 3 on Patrick Jackson. Khalif Jackson going to the bench, number 15. He's got 4. Moravian inbounds. Here's Garvin working over the top. That shot no good. Rebounded. Now here's Jackson. Jackson to the outside. Stops. Over the top. No good. Rimmed out. Tracked down in upper room is going to keep possession. There's Steven Tynes, number 10. through the 10-minute mark. We're almost at the midway point through the second half. But Upper Room still trailing by a mere point. Kick to the outside and drive there. Moravian steal on the outside by Jackson. Patrick Jackson drives one-on-one over the top, too strong. Gets his own rebound. He's going to try to go back up. Gets a second crack at it and finishes. That offensive rebound was a killer, and Patrick Jackson makes the most of it. And now Upper Room with a 1-point lead, 41-40. Drive, kick, no good. No foul call. We're going the other way. Upper Room with a chance to finish. Ball knocked away. And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt, and that was a really nice steal in the backcourt, I believe, by Jamil Walker. No, I'm wrong. Jamil's actually coming in the game now. Dotson driving, kicks to the outside. Walker over the top to Kidd. Kidd inside to Garvin. Garvin spin move. Ball gets stuck on his hip. He's not able to get it off. Goes over the top, throws the ball away. Now we're going the other direction. Upper Room. Euro step, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul. And the foul, the bucket, everything going wrong at the moment for Moravian Prep. And now they trail by 3 with a chance to go down by 4. 7:58 left in this one.
Correction. Trey Bryant is first. Team's third.
There's Dotson. He's working against Gary Jefferson. Looks like they really want to drive. Prep drives, and it's going to be a foul on the outside. Right in the lane there. I believe that was not on Richardson, but Richardson drew the foul. So Moravian Prep will be inbounding under their own basket. Outside to Dotson. Dotson, deep shot outside. No good. That hits the top of the backboard. And that time they do call the out-of-bounds call, which they missed earlier. Gary Jefferson, number 32, bringing the ball up. He's directing traffic. He kicks it inside to Jerome Cunningham. And Cunningham finishes. And just like that, there's been a swing at Myrtle Beach. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship brought to North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach, and that's one thing that we've been trying to do while we've been down here, although we've been mostly watching basketball. Once again, you can watch all of the games, and you can watch them in replay. You can go to your favorite moments. Last night we were calling a game. David Oliveira and myself were calling a game. We saw a windmill dunk, a windmill tomahawk dunk, and I thought, I don't know when the last time I saw a windmill dunk in a high school game. So I went onto the broadcast from last night. I actually found the exact moment of the dunk, and I tweeted it out to people that I knew, which is everybody, and said, hey, check out this windmill dunk. And then I lied, and I said it was me, but they figured out it wasn't. I think I fooled maybe some of my family members. Coming back from the break now, 7:10 to left to play. Level set here, 45-40, now in favor of Upper Room. They've been trailing most of the game, but now they've seized momentum. And over the last couple of minutes, they've been battling foul trouble, but they've managed to build a 5-point lead. There are a lot of college coaches in the building this weekend, and I noticed even more today than yesterday, as Romeo Ferguson's shot is good, and that cuts that lead. Back down to 4. And there's several of them sitting up behind us. no doubt wanting to be close to our star power here on the broadcast. But I was talking to a couple of the coaches, and they said they were checking out the broadcast from yesterday, scouting some players and checking out in some cases checking out players that had already committed and see what they're going to be playing against next year, I think. Defensive stop there by Moravian Prep. Garvin inbound, full court pressure by Upper Room, and now here's Romeo Ferguson bringing the ball up. Garvin spins away from trouble, drives. Nobody stops him, and he gets right to the basket. It looked like he stutter-stepped a couple times and kept waiting for the defense to catch up to him, and they never did. And he just said, well, if you guys aren't going to stop me, I'm just going to keep going. Right to the rim, and that cuts the lead to 2 now. Upper Room. Ball knocked away. Nice steal there by Ferguson. Knocked it away, and Jared Richardson corralled it. Deep underneath. Everybody just lost Najee Garvin. Everybody lost him except for Jared Richardson, who saw him. Nice little bounce pass right into the lane, and that ties the game up at 45 all. 6 minutes left to go. We're about to watch something going down to the wire. Neither one of these teams has been able to pull away. Nice little pass inside. Another big rebound for Garvin, and gives it up to Ferguson, who's now running the point with Dotson on the bench. And that's a nice luxury since Ferguson is about 6'4", 6'5". Drives to his right, slices up. No good. Kid battling inside. His shot no good. And now a rebound the other way as Gary Jefferson comes up with it. Upper Room now. Deep outside shot, no good. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson up, and that's going to be a charge. And it looks like they're going to call him for that because he went up with his elbow and sort of pushed off. I don't know if that was a flop or a push, but it did look like he went with the arm bar there, and you can't do that. And he did get the charge call. Looked like he pushed off a little bit. Unfortunate for them, for it looked like they had a good chance at it. Once again, I apologize for some of our video delays at the beginning of the second half, but it looks like we've gotten all that straightened out. I don't want to. Our audio engineer is very good, so I don't want to keep saying audio since he knows what he's doing. The video guy, I'm not so sure about. Foul underneath, and that's going to be, or a jump ball, I believe. Jump ball, yeah, good call for Upper Room because they're going to get the ball. And I'm kidding about our video guys. I'm just saying that because they can all hear me. Oh, nice steal on the outside by Kidd. He has really been battling. Euro step through. Ball's knocked away. And are they going to give him the foul? I'm not clear on what the call. Yeah, they originally they announced that it was going against Gary Jefferson, but I didn't see that. I think it actually went against Jerome Cunningham. So the result is Elisha Kidd is going to the line to shooting 2. We're all tied up here, so Kidd's free throws are big, and that first one drops right through, and that puts Moravian Prep back up by 1. So they handled that little comeback from Upper Room, but this one is far from over. Neither team has conceded yet. Dalen Dotson still on the bench over there for Moravian Prep. Now here's Stephen Tynes bringing the ball up, working against Walker. Drive over the top, and that is going to be a charge call going against Gary Jefferson, I think. So now Moravian with 4.5 to play. They got, and there's a turnover. Tough play, tough defense there by Jerome Cunningham. And I just got a text from a good friend of mine who tells me that Najee Garvin has committed to Charlotte, and that explains why I saw him wearing a 49ers, a UNCC 49ers sweatshirt earlier today, and they're getting a good one. He's got good length, good bounce, so shout out to my good friend Chris Hemphill in the Charlotte area, who has pointed me in the direction of many, many good players over the years. Chris Hemphill associated with the Team Charlotte, run by Jeff McInnes in that area. So I appreciate that. Najee Garvin committed to Charlotte, number 5 for Moravian Prep. And he's had a really nice day. He's been active. He's got good length. So we've got some stoppage over there for some maintenance work. As Erica needs to pull some carts out of the way there. Back in action now, 4:26. You don't see that in the NBA. You don't see NBA games stop because they need to take out a cart. So this is real basketball. This is not like that glamorous stuff you see on TNT. This is the grassroots stuff. This is where the stars are made. Feed inside. Nice little dish and finished by Khalif Jackson. (47-46) now in favor of Upper Room as they retake the lead, but drive and finish by Jared Richardson. No one stops him, and he puts Moravian back up by 1. And to call this a back-and-forth game would be understating it. And we got a foul on the as Gary Jefferson's going to be going to the line. Once again, you're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. This is a tournament held here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We were here yesterday, we're here today, and tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be fantastic as we have 4 championship games that we're going to be bringing to you. So the teams that you see winning out today, as Jefferson's shot goes through, the teams that are winning out today, there's a good chance you'll see them tomorrow as long as they continue to win out. The brackets are all available on the USA National Prep Basketball, USANationalPrep.com site. They're updated as the teams win. Inside to Garvin. Garvin over the top, and he draws the foul. And that might be against Cunningham. Yes, and unfortunately, that is going to be 5 on Jerome Cunningham. And that is a problem for Upper Room for 2 reasons. One is because he's been a big factor in helping them stay in this game. And the other, he is one of the only 2 players out there that have the size to be able to try to defend Garvin. The other being Khalif Jackson, but Cunningham is definitely their main weapon when it comes to trying to defend Garvin. But he is gone. They won't have him for the rest of this game. And all he's going to be able to do is just watch from the bench and hope his team can pull it out so he can continue to play again in this tournament. But now Garvin at the line. Shot no good. And the Moravian Prep, one of the Moravian Prep coaches over here who's not coaching this specific game, is corrals that rebound. Second shot by Garvin is good. And that ties it up 49 all, 3:34. Do not go anywhere, folks. This game is not a blowout. This is a barn burner. Overtime is not out of the question. I don't think we've seen an overtime game yet in this tournament. Shot rebound by Walker. He decides to keep it. I did see on ESPN last night they had a 4 overtime game in Minnesota, a high school game. If we have a 5 overtime game here, I guess we'll see this on ESPN as well. But Dotson back in the game now, number 1. Pulls the defender to him, drives up. Tried to finish with his left hand, too strong. And now we're going the other way as number 10, Stephen Tynes, with the ball, kicks it up to Jackson. Jackson loses it, and now they give it back to Dotson. He's going to walk it up. So we're still tied at 49 all, 2:44 left to play. Neither team has established control at this point, and now they've just got it's a gut check time with 2.5 left to play. Inside, that ball looked like it was all the way in and all the way out. Now we're going the other direction as Khalif Jackson feeds it inside to number 4, Ramel Powers. Powers finishes, gets the bucket, gets the hoop and the harm, and he's going to be going to the line as he puts his team up by 2 with a chance to stretch that lead to 3. Ramel Powers, number 4, for Upper Room. That's a big play, and not to overlook the dish by Khalif Jackson on that. But empty trip there, or empty trip at the stripe. Still got the 2 points before the foul, but that keeps it within distance. Now up by 2. 2:18 left to play. Ferguson, considering what he wants to do, drives to his left, goes back to his right with the shot. That shot is short off the front of the rim, rebounded by Gary Jefferson. Stephen Tynes looked to the bench for some instruction, and now they're in motion. Back over to Jefferson. Jefferson being guarded by Elisha Kidd. Drives, kicks to the outside. Deep shot by Powers, no good. And that's corralled by Richardson, and he gives it over to Dotson. And now he's going to give it back to Richardson. So let's see what Moravian Prep has in mind. 1.5 minutes left in this one. Spin move by Richardson, up and finish, and good. Jared Richardson. A little grown man move, a spin move inside. Ties it up, 51 all. Do not go anywhere. If you've got something important to do, you need to put that off. If it's a wedding or a funeral, you need to wait for the next minute and a half. You can see standing, we got people standing in the stands. I think there's a couple of coaches that are standing up there. That seems like an NCAA violation. Man, we are waiting. We're waiting 40 seconds now. Are they really going to hold the ball for one shot? I have not seen this done normally in high school. Usually I see this in AAU, but they're waiting for something specific. They want to hold for the last shot, I think. You better make it a good one. And if not, crash that board. And get misses the dunk, and it's going to be a charge call. Unbelievable. That is a double whammy of bad luck. Poor execution by Gary Jefferson. Goes for the slam, and Garvin comes over here and he's talking to the crowd. He's actually talking to one of the coaches. He's not, I don't want to give the impression that he was jawing or anything like that, but that was, now there's 12.7 seconds left on the clock. I know our scoreboard on the screen is not exact like that, but 12.7 seconds left on the clock, 51 all, so we've got just under 13 seconds for Moravian Prep to come up with something. So this is magic whiteboard time. This is when you sit down as a coach. This is what you dream about when you're trying to draw up plays. So you set a pick here, you run off this screen, and then you dunk it or hit the 3 ball. This is like Hoosiers, but for real. So what is Moravian Prep talking about in the huddle right now? I don't know what they're talking about, but they better all be listening. So on the upper room side, it's pretty easy. It's just, hey, watch the cutter. If there's a banana screen developing, watch out for it. Somebody's going to be setting a pick coming out of this timeout. You need to try to pay attention to who it is. All right, coming out of the timeout. There's only one of two things that are going to happen here. Well, I guess there's one of three things. Either upper room is going to get a stop and get a shot at winning the game within the next 12 seconds. Moravian Prep's going to execute, or we're going to overtime. Here's Ferguson driving, Gets it over to Richardson. Oh, that's a tough knock he took there in the backcourt. No call. 4 seconds left. Somebody's got to get a shot off. Dotson loses the handle. Shot up by Dotson. That's short. It's going to be no good. The ball's coming over to me. I'm gonna dive on it. I have a little assist there to the referee. Make sure you guys put that in the stat book. So we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. This is free basketball you're about to get. I mean, we could bill you, I guess, if you guys just write in your emails. We could send you a bill for like 50 cents or something. But you know what? Let's just make a decision. It's not going to happen. This is going to be free the rest of this game. We didn't charge you for the first part, so why start charging you now, right? 51-51. Looks like they've got 4 minutes on the clock for the overtime. You remember earlier where I told you not to go anywhere for the next minute and a half? Well, it looks like you're going to have to make another call because whatever it was that was important, you're going to have to put it off for another 4 minutes. Moravian Prep Black Squad from Hickory, North Carolina. They actually used to be in Patterson, North Carolina. They used to play at the old Patterson School, the same facility, but they've moved, and now they're in Hickory, North Carolina, or I guess if you really wanted to triangulate, they're actually in Hudson, North Carolina. Today's event's being brought to you on netcastsports.com. Be sure to check out netcastsports.com for this game, the replays, all the games we had in January, all the games we had in February, all the rest of the games we're going to have in March. Look, we're going to bring you a lot of basketball. You got no excuse. You could really be just watching Netcast Sports all day long. I mean, you're sitting at home. You could be somewhere in New York. You could be in California. You're like, man, I wish I was cool like those guys. I wish I could be in South Carolina. Well, you know what? You'll never be as cool as us. But you could be here virtually watching this game. You can also follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. And I don't want anybody talking about how they don't know how Twitter works. Twitter is like 8 years old. All right, we're going to have a tip here. Garvin is going to be jumping off against Khalif Jackson. These teams might play all night. I mean, neither team has been able to establish themselves. Garvin wins the tip. Now Dotson with the ball. When you go to overtime like this, a lot of times teams really want to establish themselves. You sort of shake off the end of the game and move on to a next game and try to make it. You try to own it, and that's going to be a tough call. I believe that's going to go against Garvin as he crashed in on top there, going for that offensive rebound. Stephen Tynes with the ball, now kicks it over to Gary Jefferson. And now ultimately we end up with Patrick Jackson, number 11. Upper room works it around Jefferson with a three ball. Big shot for Gary Jefferson, number 32. Shot no good. Rebound batted around, and upper room comes up with it. Underneath and finish. Number 11, Patrick Jackson on the receiving end of that pass, that bounce pass. And now just like that, they're up by 5. And ball knocked away in the backcourt. And that is going to be a foul on Romeo Ferguson after the ball is stolen from him. So insult to injury. And just like that, now we talked about coming out and trying to own the overtime, and that's exactly what Upper Room is doing so far. They have jumped out and now lead by 5 with 2:44 left in the overtime. And clock is stopped, but Upper Room's at the line. And I believe it's going to be Devin Branch at the line. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong about that. It's Patrick Jackson. I should have known that since he got the steal. Uses all of the rim on the free throw. And now up by 6. It's a 2-possession game, but if he hits this one, it makes it a 3-possession game. And he doesn't, so still up by 6. Garvin with a big rebound. Ferguson back over to Garvin. He wants to drive. Thinks better of it, now gets it over to Dotson. Waits for the offense spacing to work out. Dotson drives, spin, and they're going to be calling the blocking on Steven Tynes. And that will probably send Dalen Dotson to the line. Dotson is still available for college coaches, a very sure-handed guard. And he drops that first free throw coolly through, and that's going to help a little bit. The clock is stopped, and they need these points. Second shot from Dotson. That's uses all of the rim several times. Now upper room looking to push, but then they decide to slow it up. Tynes now holds it up. He's being guarded by Dotson. This guard matchup is all important right now. 4-point lead for upper room. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. Spin move from Jackson. He finds himself open as he drives. That ball went all the way in and looked like it came out. And that's going to be out. Knocked away off of upper room. .150 left to play. Moravian needs a bucket here. Down by 4. Still down by 2 possessions. So any points here would probably be a help. Even getting themselves to the line and hitting down a free throw would be a help. Drive. Oh, beautiful drive and finish by Jared Richardson. He's done that a few times today. Nice extension, and he just finishes, drives to the defense like they were standing in mud. Cuts that lead to 2 now. 1:20 left to play in the overtime. Garvin on the outside guarding a smaller player. Now they're, and that foul is going to go, I think, against Dotson for a push on the outside. He hip checked him. And that's not really what Moravian Prep wanted, is that does stop the clock, but it puts upper room on the line. So it's a chance for Steven Tynes to stretch that lead out. And he does, and that pushes it back out to 3. Second shot coming for Tynes. And this is a big one because it pushes it back out to a 2-possession game. And it does. So some ice water in the veins there of Tynes. And Dotson, they're picking up at full court. Upper room, they managed to beat that press. Now here's Richardson. He's shown he can really slash to the hoop. Drives again, and bang, just like that. Richardson goes right over the top. That's back-to-back plays. Cuts it to 2, 51 seconds left. Now upper room, I'm sure they don't want to be in a hurry here. There's really no reason for them to shoot. There's no shot clock, so I'm not sure. Oh, and he gets in trouble. And that's a push on Garvin. That is a really tough call on Garvin. I'm not sure I agree with that call at all. But the result is that Ramel Powers will now be at the line for upper room with 40 seconds left. Shot rolls around and good for Powers. So they're still up by 3. Here's another big shot now. This could push it back out to a 2-possession game, which would be good for upper room. Second shot is good, 61-57 now. seconds left in this overtime. Moravian Prep needs to score. They really got to get a 2-for-1 going if they can. Richardson trying to get open. Finally, he gets the ball. He wants to drive. He's been successful with it the last couple of times. Gets away with a little bit of a push-off, but gets it inside. And if they're not going to stop that, he's going to keep taking it. Cuts it down 61-59 now. 20 seconds left. Timeout on the floor.
After the kids burn off their energy, maybe something sophisticated. A wine tasting in the sea breeze. In the meantime, maybe we kayak or go horseback riding on a wide open beach. Of course, we can always shop. Right now, just coast in beautiful North Myrtle Beach.
All right, everybody, we are back. 20.4 seconds left here. Moravian Prep, with the steal, and he's on the line. That looked like Ferguson got the steal, but when he came down with it, he tapped the ball back and tried to hit it off of the defender, or off of Patrick Jackson, and ended up stepping on the line. So, tough defensive play, but now upper room, they just got to hold on to it here. Driving up, spins between two defenders, and they're trying to foul him now. Miscue over the basket, and it's going back over to upper room now. I'm sorry, Moravian Prep. 5.8 seconds left for Moravian Prep to try to come up with something, and they've got timeout on the floor once again. And here we are once again drawing up a play. Now 5.8 seconds though, that's not a lot of time. You got to get that ball across half court and come up with something. You can't advance the ball like you can in the NBA. Coming up next, we've got Comenius and Genesis Academy. And I was watching Genesis Academy yesterday, and there is a fantastic player that I like for Genesis named Josh Hall. And Josh Hall is committed to Nevada. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little biased because I'm from the Southeast, and I watch a lot of ACC basketball. And I kind of hate that guy got out of the ACC area without being recruited heavily. I know that Wake Forest have been interested in him for a while, a couple of other ACC schools, but ultimately he's going out west. He's going to Nevada. So that's coming up next on Netcast Sports right after we wrap up this one. But we're not done yet, so 5.8 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what Moravian Prep comes up with. Dotson, he's running free, up over the top. No good, but he does draw the foul, and he comes up a little gimpy. He really is wincing on his right leg, but it looks like he might be able to walk it off. Three seconds left. And upper room is imploring the crowd. They want noise. They want to rattle Dotson. You can see that it's actually shaking our camera a little bit. Dotson, he's got to show he needs these free throws. 3 seconds left. Bang, Dotson. He just turns around and puts his finger over his lips and says, that's enough of that. But he's got one more he's got to hit. (61-60). Dotson needs to hit this. I mean, back in the old playground days, you might try to miss it, get the rebound, get the win. I don't know how brave I would be to try that in the middle of a game. But, you know, even if he misses, Dotson's a good free throw shooter, but even if he misses, they've got a couple of good rebounders out there. The upper room, they wanted to miss it. They want to grab that rebound and just sit on it for the last 3 seconds so they can get out of here with a win. You're watching netcastsports.com. Be sure to check in, like I said, the next game, Genesis versus Comenius out of South Carolina. Genesis, I think, maybe out of Virginia. I'll have to double check that. Did a couple of really good players for Genesis. Greg Williams and Josh Hall. All right, Dotson back at the line. Crowd back into it. Dotson, shot is short. Garvin with the rebound. No foul call. Upper room sits on it. That is the game. It is over, 61-60 in favor of Upper Room, and Moravian Prep is crushed. They did not get that foul call they expected, but good for Upper Room. That's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. I've been Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and we'll see you in just a few moments for the next game. Thanks a lot.